Okay, we're at the office on Friday, and is it okay if I videotape you today?
Yes, it is.
Okay, now we came in and we started on December 30th, and you had just finished some chemotherapy 6 weeks before, and now you're going through some radiation treatment for radiate breast cancer. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you'd gotten very sick after the chemo.
Yes.
And had some problems. And when we examined you, we found that you had some weaknesses in the pubic bone, L1, L3. On the right was a 2-5. T1 was weak, and then cranial nerve 1, 3, 5, and 10 were weak. And that's when we decided we were going to do some sessions. And you told me on the second session what was happening with your neuropathy at that point that you had been complaining of.
It was after the first session it started to improve. I still had in the tips of my fingers and in the bottom of my feet the tingling, and it would get progressively worse if I attempted to walk.
Okay, and so you noticed that after a couple sessions that was getting better.
After the second session, I could tell a marked difference.
Great.
It was much better.
Okay, and so that allowed you to do what? You were walking better and...
Yes, I was walking better. I felt I wasn't bumping into things like I was doing, and I wasn't dropping things anymore because my fingers felt so much better.
Right, right. Okay, so now you're back working, and you have a few more weeks of treatment of radiation, and we're going to get you through that, and then we're going to work on some other things. How does that sound?
Terrific.
Okay. Now, what about any kind of a headache that you had?
I had one, over the last 2 weeks, I had one migraine.
Okay. But you haven't had one since then?
No, I really feel a difference in my energy level. It definitely has improved.
Okay.
I'm not dragging after working all day, even though back to work I am a little more stressed, but I do feel the energy for sure.
Well, that is great. So we're just going to keep working here and see what happens through the end, and then we'll be able to change things as we go along.
Terrific.
All right. Thanks for coming in today.
My pleasure.
Awesome.